All right, I call into order is tonight's planning commission meeting for Wednesday, July 23rd. It is 6:31. Let the record show. Let's go ahead and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Roll call.
Oh, roll call. Yes, let's start with the roll call, please.
Commissioner Curriel,
Here.
Vice Chairperson Winkler,
Present.
Chairperson Rivera,
Present.
and Commissioner Abadi is absent for the record.
Okay. We'll move on to the roll call. I mean, to the Pledge of Allegiance. Who wants to lead us?
Let's salute our great flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stacy, if we could, have Christina.
Okay.
Where did I get?
That's her aunt. It's okay. It's all right.
No worries.
Christina,
Yes.
if we could have like an agenda, something typed out so I can stay in order
Yeah.
during the meetings.
You mean like
That would
exactly
definitely-
like this?
Yeah. Do we have any adjustments to the agenda?
No, we do not. You do?
No,
we do
No
not,
adjustments.
right?
No adjustments to the agenda.
Public appearances, matters not appearing on the agenda. If you wish to address the Plan Commission concerning any item not appearing on the agenda and within the Commission's jurisdiction, please raise your hands and be acknowledged by the Chairperson. At this time, state your name and address for the record. The Chairperson reserves the right to place a time limit on each person's presentation of 3 minutes. It is requested that the longer presentations be submitted to the Planning Commission in writing. There being nobody here, do we have anything submitted to us via email or mail?
Nothing.
And moving along to the item C, Planning Commission New Business Discussion Action Recommendation. C1, subject discussion and necessary action of the City of Imperial Service Area Plan. The project is categorically exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act per Section 15306 Class C, which consists of basic data collection, research, experimental management, and resource evaluation activities which do not result in serious or major disturbance to an environmental source. These may be strictly for information gathering purposes and as part of a study leading to an action which a public agency has not yet approved, adopted, or funded. Item 1, staff reports.
Good evening, Commissioners. Today we'll be looking at the City of Imperial's Service Area Plan. There's a presentation.
There is or there isn't? There is.
Next slide, please. The 2025 Service Area Plan provides a comprehensive evaluation of the City of Imperial's capacity to serve existing development and accommodate future growth within both the city limits and the broader sphere of influence. It also is intended to satisfy the requirements of the Ortiz-Knox-Hexburg Local Government Reorganization Act of 2000 to establish procedures for local government changes in California, focusing on orderly growth and efficient provision of services. This act is used by the Imperial County Local Agency Formation Commission, or LAFCO, when reviewing proposals involving annexations and boundary changes. The Service Area Plan covers a 20-year planning horizon to evaluate service capacity through 2045 to enable future annexation proposals and ensure solid service planning and municipal growth management responsibilities. Next slide. Here we have a City of Imperial overview. During this Service Area Plan 20-year planning period, the city's population is projected to double from our current population of 22,853 to 43,061 in 2045. This plan lays out how the city is expected to serve roughly 43,061 residents and possibly 70,224 at full build. The sphere of influence includes 14 annexation areas phased over 20 years, and this plan intends to guide that growth responsibly. Next slide. The service area plan covers 8 major service areas: administrative facilities, drainage, police and fire, library, parks, circulation, water, and wastewater. Each section includes current capacity, future demand, and what is needed as the city expands, or mitigation measures based on LAFCO's performance standards. Next slide. The service area plan's key infrastructure findings include that there is an 8,754 square foot shortfall in administrative spaces. Our police facility has a deficit of 3,322 square feet, and at the time of the report, the police department faced a shortfall of 4 police officers. Currently, our parks have a shortfall of 5 acres, which is projected to increase to a 129.2 acre shortfall at full build-up capacity. The wastewater treatment plant is expected to reach capacity by 2045, indicating a need for expansion. And while the water supply is adequate for now, upgrades will be necessary as growth occurs. These shortfalls will only expand as new development occurs, so phased investments and coordination will be critical as the city's service area plan relies on impact fees, CFDs, user fees, and grants to fund these improvements. Next slide. Here's a financial snapshot of the city's financial footing as it relates to the service area plan. The city's financial audit for fiscal year 2022-2023 reveals that our general fund balance is at $10.3 million. The water fund net position, $12.7 million. Sewer fund net position, $15.8 million. Utility cash and investment combined is a $22.9 million. The city is carrying a $28.9 million in utility-related bonded debt, and while the debt is currently high, the city is prepared for expansion, as indicated in the previous slide. Our net pension liability is $5.7 million. And LAFCO's reviews, their takeaway are that utility systems are financially solid but heavily leveraged. Therefore, any annexations must show how growth will be funded. Next slide. The service area plan outlines the city's solid financial foundation and the funding mechanisms the city will need to expand by utilizing impact fees, CFDs, user rates, and grants. LAFCO's recommendation is to include a detailed fiscal impact and financing plans to fund infrastructure in all proposed annexations. Next slide. The City of Imperial uses a council city manager form of government and applies clear performance standards in the service area plan. Key issues such as the city's budget remain transparent and efforts to engage the public are noted. However, LAFCO recommended the city incorporate public-facing dashboards and satisfaction surveys, as there is always room to improve and ensure residents remain informed, to track progress and ensure the city is responsive as it grows. Next slide. LAFCO conducted an in-depth review of the service area plan and held a public meeting on June 26, 2025, where LAFCO commissioners were united in their assessment that the submitted service area plan is well structured and addresses all required elements. By approving the service area plan, LAFCO accepted the determinations per the Cortes Knox for GAP reaffirming the existing sphere of influence, and declared the document exempt from further CEQA review under sections 15061B3, common sense exemption, 15306, the basic data collection that does not result in a serious or major disturbance to an environmental resource, and 15262, feasibility and planning. Next slide. LAFCO's final words in the recommendation was for any future annexations are to be conditioned on demonstrating service capacity and fiscal sustainability. Staff recommends the Planning Commission review the 2025 Service Area Plan and approve Resolution PC 2025-10, recommending City Council approval of the 2025 Service Area Plan. Staff, any questions?
Do you have anything mailed in, any concerns?
No, nothing was mailed
Nothing.
in.
That, you guys don't have anything else? We don't have anything on the staff report? We'll go ahead and move on to the commission discussion. Commissioners?
So it was something prepared by the city and then it was given to LAFCO and then they did what they did to it and then they sent it to us?
Correct. We worked with our consultant, and the final document was forwarded to LAFCO, and there was some back and forth, and then the meeting was held on June 25th to approve the document.
So we could basically, if we want to, recommend for approval with LAFCO's recommendations?
Correct.
And I wanted to just point out, I was talking to the city manager about this recently, and it's so hard to be up to the minute. So things change very, very quickly. And so once this is adopted and it's a mandatory document that we have to have for annexations and planning, but in the event someone's trying to add a service to us, out of area or do an annexation, we have the ability at that time. For instance, there's legislation to increase our police department building size, right? And these things kind of can change monthly. So in the event in 1 year, this is a little bit behind or out of date, we can update LAFCO at that time to make sure that it gets in there. So since this time, we've updated our budget documents, so none of it is incorrect. It's just a snapshot a little bit further behind. So you'll see potentially updates to an annexation that doesn't exactly reflect this, but would address changes because it happens rapidly sometimes.
And if I could add to that, for the commission, so their recommendations are recommendations of things we can implement, but not necessarily to make changes on the report. The report is approved as is by LAFCO. It was accepted.
Okay. And then, I don't know, it could just be like a rumor, but I heard this is using county fire, right? Is there any plan to make city fire?
Yeah, we're looking at city manager's office.
No, there's no active, project to look into that. We are looking to renew our contract with them. The current contract is a bit outdated as it's just been updated every few years when it expires, mainly just the compensation portion of that. But as you know, the county does have a new fire chief who's doing complete analysis of all the county fire areas, including the services they provide to us. And so we'll be working with the city as far as if there's any additional services or increased services that we want to contract with the county fire, as well as the chief's evaluation of their current operation and making recommendations of what he thinks the city might need. And then we'll finalize a new contract.
And then one other thing, I didn't notice, was there something about ambulance, like medical? Do they come from El Centro or are they out where county is? I didn't notice anything about that. I could have missed it, but about ambulance service, like how long does that take to get here? Or is it just fire or is it all the same altogether?
I believe it's all together.
I believe it's just fire.
Yeah, I don't
But
recall
it's
it, but it's a good
The-
question.
Yeah,
The
I
notes
don't-
state 3 to 5 minutes for medical emergencies and 4 to 7 minutes for structure fires.
That's just fire.
That was just, yeah, it's fire.
Yeah,
Well, medical emergency would be your paramedic services.
Yeah, but not like AMR.
No. Well, AMR's model, they've changed when they came to the valley, and so they station, ambulance crews throughout the valley, and most fire stations, most cities.
That's what I was wondering. They do it in most
have,
fire stations, so I wondered if there was one at county.
Yeah, that's where they would.
There isn't one?
Yeah,
there?
I believe so.
Okay.
I also,
Click on that
yeah, and
and
I've looked at
confirm.
their plan, so we can get you a copy of what their plan is. They do work with the county, which gives them their permits, and they do have a response time and work with the fire department, so we could
Yeah,
find out.
and they've got agreements, AMR would station them there at various fire stations, like the Brawley City Fire and county fire stations, to cut down that response time.
Perfect. That's all for me.
As to what you brought, that we're a bit behind, but,
Yeah.
and I noticed that when I first came on board 4 years ago, we received my first sample of this. And even at that time, we were about a year and a half behind on the snapshot. But at the same time, we were still tackling with problems with the water treatment plant.
Yeah.
And it was really a balancing act. So I understand how that really works out.
Yeah.
And when we look at the numbers or budgets, 28.9 million bonded debt. I mean, just any major repair could really drastically change our numbers.
Yeah.
And how our outlook
And
projected.
exactly, and David Dale's done an incredibly good and aggressive job on improving the facilities. So I think he's doing a new project there every 2-3 weeks. So I will tell you, yeah, snapshot wise, it's pretty recent, but it just changes so quickly. And yeah, they do have a plan for those type of things, and he's pretty proactive. So we can give that to you as well. So nothing in here is wrong. It's just snapshot from a couple months ago, and it changes.
I think we call it the speed of business.
Yes.
And it's ever changing. So.
And we're moving at an impressive speed right now. There's a lot going on that you guys drive by it all the time. So,
Lots of
yeah.
positive stuff going
Very
on.
good. Yeah.
Commissioners, what else do we have? Sprinkler
Nothing more for me?
is
I'll make a motion if you'd like me to, if there's nobody else.
I like the report. Like I said, I had a good understanding the last time. I guess with a little bit of tenure, a little bit of time, you get a better understanding of how these things are printed out and how they're assessed. What I really get out of this is it's just an analysis of where we're at this point in time, and trying to make projections and really look forward as to how we would mitigate growth and all those things that come with it. And the reason I bring this up because somebody has spent a lot of time in building this report, and I don't want them to be like, well, they just passed it and didn't even talk about it. Fortunately, your presentation pointed out a lot of things that I was concerned about. -4 on the police staffing is we have 3 apparatuses with the county, or fire apparatuses that are out of service.
Oh, Tommy's favorite.
Tommy's.
Yeah, well, actually,
He gets started.
the city's moving forward with purchasing a new fire engine, and it was sped up because there's actually a 2-year backlog on fire engines right now, because they're really consolidating, and there's very few actually firms that build fire trucks anymore. So there's a huge backlog, but another city or another agency backed out of one that was built, and so it's available. So the city's moving quick to try to jump on that one to reduce that 2-year backlog. So, and then the chief, as part of his analysis, is looking at those and giving options to the other ones, how to refurbish and what we could do to extend the lives of those. So. Yeah, he had brought up at the last council meeting that they are, the city fire departments in the county are joining a mutual aid that's just gonna reduce having to wait to call out additional. the theory is the more the more resources you have on scene immediately can reduce, a lot of damaged property and is more efficient than waiting and realizing, okay, we need more, gradually calling out units. So they've got a new MOU and they've been, I guess, training, and they were actually, I believe he said they were like
This week or last week, just
a
started?
month ahead of schedule, so they went live with it, with their plan, so.
Now, is that what we discussed 9 months ago, where we had overlapping areas of operation, and if you fell in within, you would just automatically respond to?
Yeah, and I think this actually is a really amped up version of that. So this automatic, it kind of, I think it's pretty complicated in terms of fire police world, but it's automatically based on certain numbers that you get back up, and it's an extremely cooperative and unique program that will give additional resources on the fire side.
I'm glad to see that that actually worked out.
Yeah, it's impressive. I think he said, because he's ahead, it was starting last week. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, it's a pretty impressive. Yeah, they put a lot of time and energy into it. So I do think, in addition, it's a little hard to look at if you think of it as just that the buildings that are analyzed in there and the machinery, but they've got a really good backup program that's automatically coming to our city.
Excellent, excellent. I also noticed that we have a total of 21 parks for a total of 58.26 acres of park space. I mean, I went through it, and I didn't want you guys to sit there and think that, we were just gonna run this. But like I said, you covered it all. You took all my notes and you covered it, so I appreciate that. I've seen this work in the past, and obviously there isn't much wiggle room here. Commissioners, anybody to move this forward?
Let's see. I'll make a motion to recommend to City Council for approval, based on the recommendations of LAFCO, resolution number PC 2025-10, a resolution of the City of Imperial Planning Commission, adoption of the 2025 Service Area Plan prepared for the City of Imperial.
I second.
Put it to a vote.
Motion carries 3-0.
All right, 3-0 is staff reports. City Attorney?
Nothing for me. Thank you.
Nothing.
I don't think I have anything either.
Christina.
I have nothing to report.
See, Christina.
Nothing from me.
I do have one thing. We are starting, we're adding an element to our general plan, our environmental justice element. And we are starting to work with a consultant. And there's going to be a lot of public engagement. So we are hoping that you start thinking about joining the public engagement to help us reach out to the public on various areas that the city will need for environmental justice. There's different areas. So you will be receiving a notice to see if you want to join that effort.
Yeah, and do you think maybe we could do a presentation to them for what the areas are and what we mean by environmental justice to prep them, or at least give them some backup? So the law is starting to require this element. We're ahead of the game, but the department's doing a lot of work, and then we'll give you an overview, I think either here or in writing, but that way you'll know really what they're looking for and then be able to help.
Okay, yeah,
I like
we'll look
public
forward to that.
Yeah, I like the public engagement, the environmental justice. I'm not so.
I
So
know.
explain all
Yeah,
that.
no, it's a very hot topic word.
Yeah.
You'll see it's being handled very well, but yeah, it is when people hear it,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yep.
I don't have, well, you know what, did anybody have dinner at the Jumping Bean here this evening? They had their grand opening today,
Oh, I didn't
right here
even
at
know.
the Patriot Gas.
Great.
But one unfortunate tip of news. We gained one, we lost one. I guess we're gonna lose Cedar, the Cedar Barbecue, our one barbecue place.
Salt Cedar or whatever.
Salt
it is,
Cedar?
yeah.
So I guess we'll go from one.
Get more, yeah.
I don't have anything else. I will move to adjourn this meeting of the Planning Commission for the next regularly scheduled meeting for August 13, 2025 at 6:30 PM.